Hi, my name is Michael. Welcome to Futurebred. This is the introduction video where I'll be talking about the purpose and intention of the channel. So from time to time you may hear me call it Future Class, and what Futurebred or Future Class is a response to history class. In our formal education system, we have this class called history that studies this huge amount of time, the past, which we can learn a lot from, but it's completely malleable. We can't do anything to change it. Whereas on the other side of now is the future, which we can change and which is only limited by our imaginations and physics. So then why aren't more people continuously thinking about the future? Why do so many of us become stuck in the past? Maybe it's because we don't see a reason in thinking about the future. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. Well, that's not completely true. We do know some things, and one of the most significant being that we are going to die. That this is one of the only certainties of the future can make thinking about it somewhat dreadful, and maybe this is why some people prefer not to think about it. So before we leave the topic, I'll ask one more time. What is the point in thinking about the future? What is the point in thinking about death? An adversary to the idea that we should be thinking about death might say, just live your life. No need to be thinking about that kind of thing. Just enjoy the ride. For the big unknown questions in life, I've often been met with that kind of similar retort, that there is no point in thinking about it because you can't do anything about it. I think that this response is a kind of filter, like the great filter in the Fermi paradox, a structure that exists for you to go through or not. Death is a strong topic to have in the intro video to a channel about futurism, but it may serve as a kind of filter in itself. If there is someone watching who doesn't want to think about death, then this channel probably isn't going to be for them, and they're probably already gone. But now that we have the diehards, I just wanted to suggest the possibility that by confronting death, you learn how to live. Because when you get over our taught reactions to death, mainly depression, death becomes a motivating factor, and your priorities change. That I only have this one chance to do anything, ever, is a very powerful sentiment. And so the channel is about getting comfortable with the future, and getting comfortable with the wide array of things that comes with the future, including our own deaths. Now, if you're still paying attention, I wanted to take a moment to discuss the power and value of your attention. Your attention is the most valuable commodity in the world. Your attention is you, it's your focus. And nowadays, companies try to rob it from you. They try to get and keep your attention. Right now, we have laws that prevent stealing of each other's money and possessions, but not yet any laws to prevent us from stealing each other's attention. I'm not saying that this will happen or this should happen, but it'll be the kind of thing that we talk about on the channel. So, your attention is kind of like your time. I say this because I don't want to waste anyone's time, and so thought it would be useful to list the upcoming videos so people can further see whether the channel is going to be for them or no. With that said, here we go. We're in the intro video right now. Welcome to Futurebred. Next video will be how to be a futurist. After that, how to use the internet to learn, featuring attention economy. Facebook and Google are learning a lot about what it means to be human. Where is that information? Theories. How smart is Facebook? How technology is changing our minds for the better, featuring cognitive biases. The social media of the future. Philosophically proving that we are in a simulation. Thought experiments gleaned from simulation theory, philosophically proving that we are not in a simulation, what the future of solar might look like, and the most powerful way to open your mind that I've found. Those are some of my ideas. Some of them have already been scripted, but the hope of this channel that it's not just my ideas, but yours too. One of the most exciting parts of the YouTube platform for me is the comment section. The interaction and sharing of ideas that can happen there. Sometimes I'll suggest exercises that you can try and leave comments about. In fact, we'll do the first exercise now, and that'll be the end of the video. So I'll call this one Projecting into the Future. On the first part of the exercise, you're going to work on mentally projecting yourself into the future. And what I mean by that is basically imagine yourself in the future. You're going to imagine yourself a month from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, and you can go further if you want. What do you look like? What have you learned? See if this wiser self of yours has anything to tell you. Next, you can imagine the future of Earth, or all of humanity. What does the world look like in 5, 10, 50, 300, and 1,000 years? What kinds of things has the world and humankind progressed toward in 1,000 years? Do we even exist in 1,000 years? Practice moving your consciousness from this moment now to moments in the future, back and forth, back and forth. This kind of changing of your perception is something that we'll go over in upcoming videos when we refer to your perception as a reality tunnel and work on seeing through different reality tunnels. But until then, let me know what you came up with in this exercise, if you saw anything cool for yourself or for others in the future. And since this is the first video, I wanted to say hello to anyone who's watching. Actually, I've been thinking about these kinds of things for years now, so I'm very excited on a personal note to stop talking in monotone for a second and just say, yeah, welcome. So thank you very much for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.